video is basically an announcement that I am pro-choice. Hey guys, welcome back to Sex with S. My name is Silvani M and I am the sex conversationalist. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you, and thank you so much for coming back and tuning in. If you are new, please look around your screen. I'm pretty sure there's a red subscribe button somewhere there. Tap on it, join us, and let's chat about sex, baby. So, as I've already said, I am going to be talking about why I'm pro-choice and why you shouldn't be pro-life. Let's just get into this video. I have 6 points basically here in this whole, like, that make up my stance. 6 points. Actually, or 6 points that oppose pro-lifers, because I don't get you guys at all. Anyway, firstly, why do you think that women shouldn't be allowed to not want babies? Why? And I know you guys are gonna come here and tell me that if you don't want babies, don't have sex. But I'm sorry, ma'am, whose body is it? Or sir, whose body is it? I think that we are definitely allowed to not want a baby or to not be ready to have a baby, regardless of whether we're sexually active or not. Because if we're being honest, people fall pregnant from being raped. People fall pregnant post, like, after using contraceptives. Like my thing is, what's your stance then? What is it like? So people must want to have the child of their rapist. People must want to have the child they tried to contracept against. They must want it. You don't find that weird? I think that's weird. And to the women in the world, I just want to tell you that you're allowed to not want to have a baby, period. However you want to go about not having a baby, that's your own business. You are allowed. My second point, like, when you are so pro-life, like, what do you think must happen to these kids that are unwanted when they get here? They must live the rest of their life with the trauma of knowing that they're not wanted because you think they must be had. I'm gonna have to go a little bit personal with this. I like to think of myself as a child who was not wanted. I don't want to go into depth, but honestly, if my mama ever sees this, honey, I would have been okay with you and whatever decision you wanted to make. Because guys, it's not nice. Like, I don't know, tell me if you were ever, if like any one of you is born to parents who don't want you, or parents who are never ready for you, or parents who maltreat you, wouldn't you have rather they aborted you? Personally, I would have. But that's just me. And that's the point of this whole choice thing, is that it is your choice. It's not a generic rule that must apply to everybody. That is dumb. Like, that's weird. That's giving oppression. That's giving oppression. So I just think it's also, like, part of being a pro-lifer is that you're being unfair to kids, actually. You're saying kids must be here regardless of the circumstances, and that's just not fair. And also, like, I just feel like you guys just act like people who, like, go ahead with having an abortion aren't aware of the seriousness of the procedure, spiritually and physically. But I can put it to you, I've watched videos, I've spoken to people who have done it, who regret it, and people who don't regret it. As they were doing it, they were very much aware of the importance or the seriousness of what they're doing. So for you to come here and act all righteous or act like you know everything and tell this person exactly everything they know, but they still going, like, for me it's like, what are you telling me that I don't know? As someone who is pregnant and doesn't want a kid, and you come and preach all these things to me, do you think I don't know any of it? Like, in your head, do you think I don't know any of it? Why? Why do you think that? Is it not like a level of righteousness? Is it not like, it's giving oppression, man. It's giving, you know what's good for me and you definitely don't know. It's giving, you know what's good for my child and you definitely don't know. You just don't. Like, how about you don't abort your own kid? Yeah, your own unwanted child, how about you don't abort that and end it at that? It's very unfortunate that you are going to let that kid live in trauma, because fact of the matter is that you don't want that child, and you're gonna show. Like, it's gonna show. Ask me, I know. And it's not nice if you think that it's better than an abortion. I think if you think that having a kid and letting them be traumatized by the fact that you don't want them and you're not ready for them, so you treat them a certain way, letting them be traumatized by that, if you think that's better than having an abortion, I think you're wild. I think you're wild, because personally, I just feel like putting people through trauma is literally the same as killing them. It is. Fight me. When you're a pro-lifer, like, you just believe that, like, the child must be born no matter what. For me, it's like, are you even pro-life if you're not concerned about the quality of the life? I think you're just pro the bare minimum. That's what you're pro. You're just like, even if we're hungry, let's be hungry while we're breathing. While being hungry will kill us, my girl. Anyway, like, I think if you're gonna say you're pro-life, please make me understand how you're pro-life, and you understand, or you're pro a good quality of life. Make me get it, because I don't get it. For me, if you're pro-life, you clearly don't care about the quality of life of this child. Actually, you just care about rules. You don't care about people. You don't care about humans. You don't care about our rights. You don't care about our decisions. You don't care about our ability to think for ourselves about our lives. All you care about is rules, and it does not get more programmed than that. It's giving oppressed. It's thoroughly giving oppressed. Okay, so here's another point. I think that pro-lifers usually say things like, oh, you can give it up for an adoption. But I feel like, do you understand that there's a difference between not wanting a baby and not wanting to be pregnant? So what happens if I don't want to be pregnant? I must do it anyway because the baby is gonna be given up for adoption. Like, for me, I feel like it's even justifiable if you just don't want to go through a term of pregnancy. Like, guys, do you understand that there are people who are sick and are unable, like, they are told that you should not bear a child. You are sick. So what are we saying to those people? That it's not your choice. That whatever illness that you have, die from it as long as you carry this baby. That's what I'm hearing from pro-lifers. That's honestly what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Like, it honestly just baffles me, like, that pro-lifers pretend to be protecting the kids or pretending the babies that are coming or not coming. It baffles the shit out of me, because how are you protecting a kid by saying someone who doesn't want them should have them? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Also, for me, there's also this thing of you guys like saying, well, your parents had you. So was like me being here, was it a skoloto that I will have to pay one day by bringing someone else here? Guys, do you see how distorted your way of thinking is? So you want to tell me that me having a kid is paying a debt? That poor child coming here to pay my debts? No, please. No, no, no. So for me, it's like, I get you're saying giving up for adoption, and people do give kids up for adoption, but some people don't want to be pregnant at all, so they have to be because you said so. Ugh, cut. Miss me with all of that bullshit. Let me make it a little bit personal. I think that every single person on earth has been at a point in their life where they knew for a fact that they could never, they are not ready to have kids. Imagine you felt pregnant at that moment. Don't tell me that at times where you didn't want to have kids, you weren't having sex. Say you got raped. And then impose those laws on yourself. Impose them on yourself. And just tell me in the comment section, how do you feel about having to have a kid at a time when you're not ready? How do you feel about yourself? And then how do you feel about this kid? How do you think this kid's life is going to go on coming to a parent that is not ready for them? Think about it. Comment down below. Let me know. I'm really open to engaging on this because I don't get this thing of imposing these rules on people. And another thing that I just like to, I guess it's a, I don't know, it's a myth, or like I think pro-lifers think this in their head. They think that people who have an abortion want an easy way out. Do you think an abortion is easy? Have you ever spoken to people who have had abortions? I will put it to you, as someone who has spoken to such people, it isn't easy. Some situations just deem it necessary. And like, I think about like you telling me that I'm taking the easy way out. Do you want me to struggle along with a child? Is that the better solution? Having it hard and making sure the child feels that I have it hard and the child is traumatized throughout just because I don't want the easy way out. Does that make sense? Would you rather that? Personally, I wouldn't. And you know what? Here's the point. If you would rather that, practice it in your own life. Hence, we're saying pro-choice. We're saying whatever you believe, do it. Do it. Don't make me do what you believe. You do what you believe and I'll do what I believe. So for me, pro-life is like, it's giving oppression. Like you're saying, just because you believe in this rubbish, I am supposed to do X, Y, Z. And I'm saying to you, just because you believe in that rubbish, you practice that rubbish. I'll practice my own rubbish and let's stay out of each other's lives. Simple. It's really not that complicated. It's not. You guys are preaching here like you will raise these kids. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I feel sorry for anyone being raised by a pro-lifer. Ooh. 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 I wouldn't want to be that person's child. I'm not even gonna lie. Someone who's pro-life, me, I don't want to be your kid. Would you want your mother to have you when they don't want you? Personally, I wouldn't. So that's my chat and that's where I stand and those are my points. Comment down if you're a pro-lifer. I don't like you, firstly, but I want to engage you. Comment down below and tell me why. I am keen on engaging you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and share it. Let the world talk about women's rights that are being stripped from them. Let the world talk about kids who are being forced to be raised under traumatic situations. Let's talk about that. Thank you again for watching the video. Please, if you have not, subscribe to my damn channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.